And we're live.
We're live? Wait.
We're live.
Wait, pull us up. I can't... Oh, shit. Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Can I see myself?
No, I'm not
Mitch,
putting it up.
Why not? Mitch. Okay, we got a different camera guy tonight. Mitch is back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm being stubborn.
he's being stubborn. Okay. So, episode 109, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Episode 109. So, tonight we got Mr. OpenDeck's on, Kieran Dibb.
What is up? What is up? Glad to be here.
Yeah. So, you've been running these events for quite a while, and you
No.
No?
What?
Well, like,
Maybe
tell us
18
about
months.
yourself. Like, who
Yeah,
are
sure.
you?
So I guess, yeah, from way back when in the start, I mean, went to my first rave in 1999, crossing over to 2000.
You never forget your first time, do you?
It was so good. I do forget it. That's how good it was.
Okay.
It's just a blur.
You can remember the year.
No, it was really good. It was in a warehouse. It was called M&M's.
In Perth or?
In Perth, yeah.
Okay.
And that's really where it all sort of started. And then I'd go raving for a couple of years, and then I moved to the US. So basically in 2004, I moved to the US for 2 years, and then basically just work, had a family, all this sort of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then COVID hit in Melbourne, so I was working in Melbourne. COVID hit.
So this is like fast track from like 2004.
It was like 20-year break. 15-year break.
Oh, wow.
Right,
Okay.
so I'm talking from 2004 to 2009. Was it 19? Yeah, 19 when COVID hit. And for the first time ever in my life, I found myself at home, no bills to pay, and time.
No bills to pay.
No bills to pay, because
Lucky you.
everything was on pause.
Okay.
Wife, 3 kids, just worked. And I sat down on my couch. I thought, what do I like again? What do I actually like? Like, if I remove all the responsibilities of paying bills and going to work, like, do I like?
Just like finding yourself again.
Yeah, it was. And I'm like, all right.
Finding your purpose sort of thing.
It was weird. But I knew it was a very special moment that some people never get, So I just sat there and I'm flicking through YouTube, and I seen this. There was a drum and bass documentary coming up called The Movement.
The Movement. Can you try and find that, Mitch, if that's all right?
The Movement. I think it's on the last 20 years of DnB.
That sounds really good to watch.
And it was in like 3 days. And I'm like, oh, how good's this? And for the first time ever as well.
This one here?
That's it. That's the one.
Can you send that to me on Facebook, please? I want to watch it later.
So for the first time ever, and married men would know this, especially married men with kids, when you sit on the couch, there's this look, right? Then a wife will give you like,
do something.
Are you right?
Yeah, you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm not sitting down, right? Yeah. But that had gone, because it's like, what else are we going to do? So I actually had time for everything to chill and relax and just watch this. And as I was watching this guy popped up with this big beard, talking, and I was thinking, I know that voice. And it was Elhornet. So Elhornet from Pendulum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know him from Drum Club, and I slept on his hotel room floor when I lived in America, in Alabama.
No shit.
I'm going to message him. Right? So
you'd be like, hey bro, do you remember?
Exactly. So I messaged him on Instagram saying, hey Paul, do you remember a guy that slept on your floor in Alabama that was going out with that girl Alana in 2004 or 2005 or whatever it was? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And then we just started chatting. And I'd started to not started to DJ. I just got a little mixer, a Tractor S1.
Oh, yeah.
Just this tiny little thing, and I started sort of messing around, and we started chatting. And there used to be a Wednesday night, which was a open deck sort of format thing at the Taipan room.
Taipan room,
which.
Yeah,
this is the age, right?
Yeah, where was that?
Yeah. I don't even know what it's called now. There's, Mountain Terrace in Northbridge.
No.
All right. So I think you've got the Paramount.
Find it, Mitch.
You've got the Paramount, then you've got this tiny little alley called.
What was it called again?
Mountain Terrace. Mountain Terrace.
What was the name of the old club though?
Taipan Room.
So like TAIPAN or something.
Yeah, Taipan Room.
Yeah. Okay.
And guys used to show up with their like half a crate of vinyl and play, and whoever played the best or whoever liked, every now and then would get an opening set at, say, Drum Club on the Friday. Taipan Room nightclub, Perth. I don't think the address is actually on Mountain Terrace. It's just on the corner of Mountain Terrace and something else. Way back when.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him going, oh, what's, so is there OpenDecks? Because I started to mix a little bit and I wanted to venture out in Melbourne and see what all the, the up and comers, like how good they were. And he was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what have you been doing? No.
Really?
Everyone just throws their stuff up on SoundCloud. And I'm like, what's SoundCloud?
Just diving into that, yeah.
No, nothing. He's like, oh, they just throw it online and, cross their fingers and hope for the best sort of thing. I was like, yeah, okay. And then I messaged my mate who owned a bar in Brighton in Victoria. And I said, I got an idea. And this is in pandemic times. He's like, all right. So it was out of the 5K radius that I couldn't go out. It's like, right. So at night time, sneak out. Okay. And just come out there, like just take all the back roads. So I went to his pub and I pitched this idea. And he was like, all right, cool, do it. I was like, yep, sweet. Walk out of there having no idea what the hell I'm doing. I don't know how to get DJs. I don't know anything about any. I've never run an event.
I don't think you get away with that like nowadays, because I think nowadays there's like so many people in that kind of space to trying to do that sort of thing. So like a lot of the mentality now in Perth is just sort of to ignore that stuff unless they've got some sort of proven track record or like someone or a friend of a friend kind of thing.
I'm going to come back to that because
Yeah.
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
And that's the difference to Melbourne, but it's a really good point. So I'm driving home and I'm thinking, well, everyone's on social media. I better learn like Facebook ads, so I do a little Udemy course. I don't know if you know what Udemy is.
Yeah.
I do like this $10 Udemy course on Facebook ads. And go, oh, DJs wanted, like horrible advertising. Like on, 5-minute course on Canva. Yep, cool. DJs wanted.
Yep.
OpenDeck, whatever, play on club equipment.
Yeah.
And I had 100 DJ send me mixes.
This is over in Melbourne at the time.
Over in Melbourne. So within a week, I had 100 mixes sent in. Bear in mind, I've never listened to like a DJ mix in like 15 years. I have no idea. No idea what's good and what isn't.
Yeah, that sounds all right. I'll give you a go.
I like those songs, right? So I'm like, I didn't even know what it was called, but I was like scheduling DJs, and I had like 4 weeks of scheduled DJs and all this sort of stuff, and people talking, and all this Instagram's going off.
Yeah.
Still got no idea what the hell I'm doing.
In over your head.
Oh,
but that's the best way to start, though.
like,
just dive head first and get onto it, kind of
someone
thing.
will help me out. I don't know.
Yeah.
So so then I thought, well, I need equipment. What equipment do DJs use?
Yeah.
I don't know anything. Right? And I'm like, CDJs, all right, YouTube, CDJ. What's the latest CDJ?
And then let me guess, you saw the price and like, oh my God.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, well, I'm not buying them. So yeah, I hooked up with this guy and grabbed these CDJs, and I had to show him how to like plug them in and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I think I got it. So I rock up to the venue and really early. And I'm the only one setting everything up, and I've never plugged in a CDJ before. I've never plugged in an aux cable or anything, like nothing, and I'm just trying to piece this friggin' thing together.
Yeah,
I'm
just like
there's
a
no
jigsaw
sound,
puzzle.
it's not what's broken. I don't even know if there's a chord missing.
So there was no
I don't
sound
know
guy
what
at all.
chord should be there. And then this DJ called Damo rocked up, and he's like, how's it going? And I went, I got to level with you, man.
Yeah, help.
I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. He's like, oh man, I got this. And plugged it all in and sort of went from there. So and
Did it go to a sound desk, or did a sound guy rock up or anything like that?
No,
Or
so it
was just plug and play.
Plug and play. It went through a little sound desk.
Yeah.
But this demo guy rocked up and just plugged everything in and was like, yeah, man, like if you need help, just call me up and all good. So then we rinsed through a few DJs in Melbourne. Now, that first event, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know any DJs. I've never plugged anything in or whatever. But I was pumping out social media things like, oh, come, Bricks Brighton, da-da-da-da-da. This guy called T-on-J rocks up.
T-on-J?
T-on-J,
okay.
I meet him, and I scheduled him to play in like 3 weeks' time or whatever. And he introduced himself, and he's a DJ on KissFm. And I'm like, oh, okay, really got along with him, whatever, super helpful.
So just quickly as well, what's KissFM?
So KissFM is an underground radio station in the UK, one of the first pirate radio stations and the first pirate radio station to go legitimate.
Okay, shit, all right.
In the UK, so it's like big news. Then they had a branch over here, which started in Melbourne, KissFm.
Yeah.
And they had a link, and they're not linked now, but they still have the same name and everything. But they play all underground stuff. That's them. Facebook.
Can you look it up, Mitch? That's good. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
mate.
KissFm Melbourne. So he rocked up from that, got along with him, told him, my vision of really just giving a platform to up and coming DJs. That's it. Because there's going to be talent out there kicking
That's
up.
it. So many bedroom DJs just want to go. Right?
Just want to make it easy.
Yeah.
Easy. And really just to network, because the more DJs, the more producers, the more all that you can get together, that's when shit happens. That's how bands happen. That's how ideas happen, and
that's it. It's just collective minds kind of thing.
Exactly. And I really wanted to create an industry night where everyone could get together, and then hopefully, another original sound band like a Pendulum or something like that can pop out of there, and I'll be like, boom.
Yeah, that's it. I gave my first gig.
Environment. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, KissFM in Australia.
Yep. So anyway, we had one show, and then shut down. The Melbourne restrictions and all that sort of stuff came in. COVID bang shut down.
Yep.
Then it was rest in peace for the next 200 and something days.
Exactly right. Yep. So at that time, the wife had come to me, and we'd had the kids home for like 4 months. Right, homeschool, like it was terrible, and she basically said, "I'm going home. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "Okay, we're going home."
So that's back to America or
no,
back here?
To here.
Back here. Okay, yep.
So this was August not last year, the year before. So we booked our flights, got everything. I get a call from T-on-J saying, "I was just talking to our station manager, and would you like your own radio show?"
Were you just like, yes?
I went, yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt,
100%. Yep, cool. I've got a ticket.
And somebody come and offer me a radio show.
Yeah, that's the same thing, please.
I've got a ticket to Perth.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. What an opportunity. Yep, doing that. And I missed a part. So when we were locked down, I thought, how can I keep OpenDeck going? So I just started interviewing everyone on Instagram. Everyone, anyone, just interview, bang, questions, boom, live on Instagram.
So it was live on Instagram,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's all on the Opendeckfest Instagram page. You can still actually see them.
Can we pull that up as well, if that's all right? But how many interviews did you do, and how long would they go for and stuff?
So Instagram.
Yep. So they were an hour. I think I did.
So an hour
16,
each. Okay.
17.
That sounds awesome then. What questions would you ask them? What would you guys just talk about?
So the structure, so I nerd out in whatever I do. So I'm like, right, Google how to interview someone. What to do, YouTube. Mm-hmm.
How far down in?
So go up. Yep. And then go IGTV.
Oh no way! So it's on Instagram
there
TV.
You go.
Wow.
Just scroll down there, and you'll see.
Which one do you want to show off?
None.
None of them.
None of them.
No, there was.
So they were like a Zoom call almost in a way.
Yeah. So it's basically if you're on Instagram right now and you go live, then it just saves it. But so scroll down. So there's T-on-J going up. So there's T-on-J there. So he's such a nice guy, and he's so experienced. Oh, look at me. I should have wore that shirt. Damn it, I was going to. Live. Okay, so we're just waiting on Tion to join us now.
You can talk
T-on-J
over this, and
it's
only very light on the stream, so we can talk over the top.
So, but the good thing about Instagram with these interviews, I interviewed DJ Slippery, which is based in Florida, but was a KissFM pirate radio station DJ original.
Oh wow!
You know, so. Because I was pushing so much stuff out, people sort of just grabbed onto it, and I'd start relationships and sort of go from there. I still talk to him today.
So it's just all the networking. So you probably would have seen them and be like, "That's awesome! Get me involved, right?"
Yeah, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
So and look, I never told anyone this.
Okay.
But because I knew nothing about the industry, I thought if I interview people,
you'll start learning about the industry.
Start learning
That's it.
what the ins and outs are. And
free info, yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of what we're doing here is in the industry, you know. We'll give you a free interview if you tell us all your secrets.
So and T-on-J was really good. So the one thing that T-on-J, we're spiraling off. But the one thing T-on-J said, so he's played all around the UK, Ibiza, New York, and he was talking to, I forget his name, but a DJ, and it's on this interview if you want to see it, but a DJ in Ibiza, and he said, like, how do you play every night? Like, how do you do that?
It's pretty taxing.
You know, like out there, you're partying, you're drinking, you're doing, and he's like, I don't party. Pete Tong, that's who it was.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
He's
Pete
talking
Tong.
No way.
And
Okay.
he goes, I don't drink. I don't party. Like, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
That's the way to be, though. In
So
a way.
when
It's
they
like,
book me,
what would you say to the argument that being a DJ is, well, it depends on the situation you're in, right? If you're a bar DJ, you probably don't want to be...
there's a difference between a DJ and an artist. Can we just say that?
yeah, I can agree.
You know,
yeah.
and what I mean by that is, I still do believe there are DJs out there that don't produce their own tracks that are still artists because of the skill level they have.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
like me. I don't produce whatsoever. I still DJ every weekend.
If you are an artist, it's a different mindset. It's like Sunday football and actually playing. I
think my
the amateur
point,
league
rather than say, was like, if you're a club DJ or like a party bar DJ, then that's kind of the persona you have to put on as a DJ. So it really depends. Like if you're a private DJ and you only do private gigs, then sure, like
totally
be a
different
professional.
Yeah.
Right. But part of being a professional in the setting of a nightclub or a bar is to bring your energy to infect the crowd, you know? That's part of rolled into the package.
But you don't have to drink, though, or you don't have to, you know.
Steve Aoki
Yeah.
doesn't drink.
That's it, yeah.
No, but he still like throws cakes at people and jumps off the stage and shit.
Yeah. So it's bringing the party, but actually having longevity in it. So these guys, these top level guys, a lot of them are fit as.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't eat much meat. This is what he says. They don't eat much meat.
A lot of them
really
nowadays
clean
are doing
diets.
their own like friggin' Instagram fitness, you know, regimes and stuff. Anyway, or selling like fitness shakes and stuff.
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course.
So Paul, Elhornet Paul, when I've seen him out, I've never seen him drunk.
Really?
I've never seen him drunk. And he's been on the road for 20 years.
That's it, yeah.
So you would think, oh, this guy, like, whoa, like, you.
No. Okay. Well, it makes sense, though, because, like, you get to a point when it's just, like, the alcohol is just, it's taxing in a way. It's like what I was saying before. It's like if you go out and do Friday, Saturday, Sunday every single weekend, and you're getting drunk every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It just,
That's a month recovery time.
That's exactly it, right?
So we just got a comment from one Kylie Hodgkinson.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, my name is Kylie. I met Kieran once at a nightclub, and I always wanted to tell him that Jesus loves him.
Jesus loves you.
Kylie from Scarborough, 6019, sorry.
Letting it all slip, I see. Janelle Leadbitter's here as well.
No.
Slay it, Dibz.
Oh, no.
Hello to
It's
those
all
in the
rolling
chat.
in.
And also hello to Potato God Squad on Twitter. The guys are here. If you have any questions, let us know, and I'll pass them on to the lads. So anyway, back to the conversation.
Yeah.
All right, so where were we up to? Let's get back. So we're on the timeline. So
like
yes, the KissFM.
Yep.
So Tion J put me onto the KissFM radio manager, and Tim, his name is. So I start talking to him. Meanwhile, I'm hopping on a plane.
Yeah, about to start your new life back in Perth, kind of thing.
But I said this, and this is true, but it just happened to work in the situation, was that OpenDeck isn't about me. It's about up-and-coming DJs and uplifting them. So there was a gentleman I met, I still haven't met him, but I met him I actually interviewed him, who put out a lot of mixtapes on SoundCloud, done really well, called DJ VZ. So I phoned him and I said, I think I've got a really good opportunity here for you. Do you want to host the OpenDeck, KissFM radio show? He's like, are you serious? I'm like,
yeah, he would have been through the roof, just like anybody.
Well, how do I do it? And I said, well, just like I interviewed you, that's what we'll do. They'll have 30-minute slots. We find new DJs, do a bit of promo and sort of push it out. So then I was organising all that, had flown over to Perth and I was in quarantine. And I had VZ go and do his induction at KissFM. And I think that's when Tim realised that I wasn't in Melbourne. So I get a call going, are you in Melbourne right now? And I went, oh no, I'm in Perth.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Any chance from working from home?
Yeah, that's it.
Work from home.
I'm in Perth, but like I'm a producer and I was going to do it remotely anyway. So I produced the show and sort of go from there. So what does it matter? It's like, yep, good point. All right, crack on. So I cracked on. And then that's when our, so we got all the KissFm sort of air shows. So from one, and it's all about timing and luck. Like, can we say that?
Yeah.
Even
right
with
place at the right time.
It is. Even DJs that blow up, all this stuff, no one talks about it because, especially men, and we got this ego like, I'm really special and this is what there is so much luck and so much luck in timing that is out of your control. You throw your hat in the ring, you cross your fingers, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And the majority of the time, it's not on the person if they're good or not. It's really like so many things had to line up.
Yeah, 100% agree.
And that's what happened with the KissFM radio show. So where are we up to? I'm in quarantine. At Novotel Langley, the worst hotel to do quarantine in.
Noted.
Yeah.
Wife and 3 kids in a hotel room. All
in the same room. They're not going to give you 2 rooms or anything.
Or 2 adjoining rooms, like with the door.
Okay, yep.
So the wife at the time, every second day, everyone had to exit that room, and she just needed some time. she just needs some time. She's going to kill some people. All right.
Definitely need to cool down.
Oh man, I get it. I 100% get it. So I had a laptop, I had a phone, and I had time. So I thought, how do I do OpenDeck over here? Like, how do I sort of get entrenched over here?
How long have you been doing OpenDeck over here for now, then? Year and a half? A year?
Maybe a year.
Maybe a year? And so how many events
the
have you had in
20th
total?
of December, or around, no, not 20th of December, around the 20th of December, 2020?
Okay.
20? It's maybe a year.
Yeah, so you're just over a year, roughly.
Yeah.
So how many events did you hold that year, that first year?
So I'll get to that. All right, but
We've still got a story to finish.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm nearly there.
All right, we're going to
nearly
zip
there.
our lips, we'll get there.
I'm nearly there. So anyway, so I'm in the hotel room and I just start phoning councils, just going, hey, like and I don't have it yet, but I've got a KissFM radio show. I do events. I've done one event, right? OpenDeck. I've done one event in Melbourne. Council, and then I phoned the Stirling Council. And the one thing I knew about councils and any producers or any musicians or promoters out there, that councils have a whole bunch of money that they need to spend. If they don't spend it, then their budgets get cut. So they're literally sitting there waiting for ideas. Okay?
I actually had no idea.
So they got these art
So
budgets.
does that mean the best time to approach them is during like tax time? Basically, when they have to get rid of all their money?
It is. No, it's after they do their budgets or just before they do their budgets.
Right, so be early on in the year.
Yeah, I'm not. It depends if they run calendar year or financial year. But yeah, anyway.
Knowledge on all this, yeah.
So I phoned these guys up, and I know they've spent $100 million on the foreshore. Okay, so that is I see that as a canvas, and now they want ideas because there's so many places to activate stuff there. So I phone them up and they say, "Oh, who are you? This is what I do." Blah 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 blah. Cool. And then they actually said, "Well, obviously you want to be paid for it."
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So which was really good. And what they said was, because you're new back to Perth, you need to link up with a local business, and that's where I met. I'm not sure who who Brendan is. Brendan, who runs Traction. And he runs a radio show as well. So I linked up with him. We got a budget, and then I just started doing exactly what I did in Melbourne, pumping out Facebook ads saying, looking for DJs, da-da-da-da-da. And then, so walking out of quarantine, I had 44 DJs scheduled over 4 weeks to play on Scarborough Beach.
Oh, wow.
Going,
effort.
fully funded.
On Scarborough Beach? So actually on that little foreshore part? Or?
So what we got was one of those little, like, how you've got the big, I don't know, what's it called? The big fucking round part.
Oh, like the amphitheater or
Amphitheater.
Yeah.
And then you've got the little turrets, because we were going to do it on the amphitheater, and I was like, oh, let's just do it on the little turret.
It's the South Perth foreshore.
No, Scarborough.
No,
Scarborough Beach
yeah.
foreshore.
And then, just run the events. And through that, I met 44 Perth DJs, plus all the people they brought. you know. So then the network went.
It would have been an experience though, being able to play on the bloody foreshore.
It was,
that.
yeah.
Like,
This thing here.
What was the time frame?
Yep.
That was it there.
That's it.
So what was the time frame?
Every
like,
Saturday for 4 weeks.
But like, would you do like from like midday to 8 p.m. or something?
Oh,
or?
no, I'll do midday to about 7.
Okay. That would have been awesome though. The sunset, the whole lot. Like
it's a long day if your ears are getting belted off.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But it was fun, and it was such a.
And like people would just walk by and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
people would come and I'd meet other people and that sort of thing. And through that I met through a girl called Elise, who is her DJ name's OpenDnB.
Okay.
So I met Simon. So Simon Defyre, Fable, who wanted to do something. He's like, I want to run an event. So we linked up because I knew I wanted to run a DnB event, but I also knew I didn't know anyone. And because it's so tight knit, there is no way they would accept just an outsider walking in. There's no way. It would kind of be disrespectful to do it. Yeah. You know, so I knew I need to link up with someone that was, you know, respected and established. So me and him literally had a pint and a palmy. And I said, this is what I want to do. And he was like, this is what I want to do. And it kind of gelled up. I was like,
very nice.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I met him for probably an hour. And then bang, formed OpenDnB, let's go.
What made you want to settle on drum and bass though as well?
Because I know how prevalent it is here.
Yeah, that's very true. It is like one of the biggest genres in Perth.
It is. And I knew that because it's so DJ based, like half the people in a DnB crowd in Perth are DJs. Yeah. You know?
That's exactly it. Yeah. Like that's the truth right there.
If you want a lot of that sort of thing coming in, then that's, you know, that's sort of what it is. So then, yeah, we went hunting for venues and all that sort of stuff. And like we were talking off air, I just started, you know, just chatting to venues, collecting no's, you know. Yeah. So I said, all right, if I get 10 rejections, then I'll stop. Okay? 10 rejections. And I think I got 1 before we got a venue, you know, and then I got another venue, then I got another venue. And I was like, all right, well, which sort of one do we want to do?
What were the venues, if that's right me asking?
At the Court. So we had a venue at the Court.
That would have been midweek thing at the Court then.
Midweek thing at the Court.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, I did run one event there, which was an open house event.
Yeah.
And it's so out of the way.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, there's not that much traffic sort of going there.
Not a lot of foot traffic, yeah.
Yeah. So there was the sewing room, and I was talking to Small Bar. What's it called? Nevermind Small Bar.
Oh yeah, Small Club, yep.
About that as well. So we were sort of talking, but that didn't work out, and then we ended up at the sewing room. You know, but they've been great because they've been. I was very careful not to just say, hey, you know, how much rent for a room? You know, let's go, easy peasy.
Yeah.
It had to be. This is what we're doing. Like you're buying into it. We'll take care of the marketing. Okay, that's a lot of time with us, but we need your investment as well to see this thing through. So I don't want to be running it 1 week and go, oh, that didn't work, and then it's dead.
Yeah.
It needs to be continuous, so people go, oh, it's not going away, and it's going to go like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think starting the relationship like that is why it's been running for over a year now.
Well, that's the thing though as well. It's like it has to be consistent.
It has to be,
because if you have like, you know, if you miss out 1 week and then you're maybe doing it once a month or this or that, people forget and people don't realize kind of thing. But if it's every single week, every single Wednesday, people go, oh, we're not doing anything tonight, let's go down.
Yeah.
And then it would just work out quite, you know, in a way.
So that plays into how many events did we do? So we were doing it weekly.
It's pretty impressive.
What was like the turnout for that kind of thing, especially because you're a new brand in WA anyway?
It was up and down. So we had we hit capacity once or twice.
On a Wednesday night, that's impressive.
Wednesday night.
It's very impressive.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty good.
And I think it's been down to like 30, 40.
Yep.
So
but still, that's just not bad though.
It's just sort of like, you know, sort of been up and down, but it's just been consistent. But finding... So I had that going on, but plus I had the weekly KissFm show. So we were finding, you know, 6 to 7 DJs for OpenDnB, and then I had to find 2 DJs in Melbourne remotely. All right, from here for the radio show on Thursday. I think it was Thursday.
Yeah,
and I was just like,
just flat out
DJs, and the one pet hate. Was unorganized DJs. Oh my god! Like, got a press kit? What's a press kit? Have you got any photos? Literally a photo like, oh, will this do? No, get
Something that delineates the professionals from the unprofessionals.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Like, at least get someone else to hold the phone if they're taking a photo.
That's it. Or just try and get some sort of angle or something.
Just something. But also that was the market we're playing in. You know, up and coming DJs off the couch. But
it's still a good. It's still a good experience though, because if they've never made a press kit, don't know what it is, then you're giving them an introduction and being like, well, this is what happens in the professional world.
Yeah. Alex, do you want to explain what should be in a press kit?
There you go.
So bio.
Hang on. No. I want to. I've just booked Alex to play at one of my events.
That's it.
And when I asked for a press kit, I got, you just write it.
Yeah, that's it. And he wrote a pretty nice bloody, little bio about me, which I'm pretty happy about.
I did call you a square shopping centre.
Yeah, but that's a story.
What's your structure for a bio that you'd recommend?
Here we go, throwing questions at Mitch.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it changes depending on what kind of DJ you are, but my bio is very... I try to explain how I'm different to other DJs. For starters, that's the most important thing. And that's the thing I start off with is how my set is going to be different, a different experience to somebody else's set. And then I explain a little bit about what my style is like. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like you don't hire a DJ and then tell them what to play. Yeah. You hire a DJ, you give them a vibe, and then they play to the vibe.
Okay.
So I've got about 2 paragraphs that describe who I am, where I was born, my musical history, how I got into it, what delineates me from another DJ, and I've also got a list of my favorite artists.
Okay.
And there's like 10 or 20 on there. So when somebody looks up, they can see, oh yeah, he plays a lot of these kind of artists. So
but that's the thing though, with what you just said just then about, having the vibe kind of thing and just playing to the vibe. If you go and play a drum and bass night, you have to play drum and bass. But then if you're playing an opening slot, you can't go too full on.
Well, yeah, if you're getting booked for a drum and bass event, I would hope that you're a drum and bass DJ.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'll give it a shot. DJ to lay down a drum and bass.
It does happen out though. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that's the wrong way to look at it. And if you're someone who's hiring booking DJs, that's what I would be looking at as doing my own bookings myself in a press kit. Of course, you want to include as many photos and your logo on a transparent background as well, so that they can use that for commercial reasons.
So my
posters and stuff.
My take on bios is, I think of 3 things, like your inspiration, what you've done, and what you want to do.
Yep.
Like if you can fit it into that, then it makes sense. This is what I want to do. This is what, why I started DJing, and this is why I DJ the genre I DJ, blah, 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 whatever. Then you have what I've done, this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. And then, in the future, looking, at producing or not producing or, da, da,
or trying to play here or do this or do that,
Yeah, and it's, there is no sort of template out there.
Yeah.
For it, which I think there sort of needs to be, just because it's... A lot of people don't know this, especially if they come from small towns, like me and you are like from small towns, and someone's like, oh, have you got a press kit? They'll be like, what the fuck is that?
That's exactly it, yeah.
It doesn't, you can be creative with it too, I think. I know somebody who's, my press kit, for example, is just like a Google Docs thing that you can access. It's got a few images and graphics and stuff on it. And then the individual files you can download off Google Drive.
Yep.
But one of my friends has a whole website, which is his... It's similar to like an artist portfolio where they put all their previous artwork, and in that retrospect also you, Alex, record all of your sets, so that anybody can go back and listen to anything that he's done as well. So you can get creative with your portfolio, I guess.
I would say make it easy to get booked. Okay, make it easy to get booked. Like get everything that you just go, here it is. Yeah, bang. Because the promoters are busy.
Yeah.
Like when I was having, trying to find those DJs, there's 6 or 7 DJs, and then get all that stuff off them, plus another 2 for KissFm, get all that stuff off them, plus I have to do interviews for the 2 KissFM guys, plus I have to do the artwork for that.
Yep.
Plus, 3 kids, wife, job, all that sort of shit. When you've got someone that just, they're not giving you a picture or something, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, just...
that's it, because you're helping them out. It's like just have it all together in a way.
Yeah, so that, but that was, I didn't even know that was. I didn't even know that was the thing.
I haven't updated this in a while, but this is my press kit. So this is Google Drive. I got a folder. with a bunch of images in here.
Yep.
Including like my logo on a transparent
Do
background.
you have any photos of you though, specifically? Or?
I haven't, no.
Oh, boo.
yeah, see.
Yeah. But I don't DJ out anymore, so.
Oh,
This
yes,
is like,
you do.
This is like 4 years old.
You just DJ at raves though. I was gonna ask though. So if someone, do they send
Hang on,
you?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hold up.
And then this is the bio part of my press kit.
Have you played at Nevermind Small Club?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Okay. I had no idea.
It was thanks to EMAS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you did throw the EMAS event there, yeah.
And then your social links, of course.
Boom, boom, boom. So you can copy, you could paste that in. You'll just need a DJ photo. Bang, done. You're ready for a radio show, radio promo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Easy peasy.
So when you go to book these DJs, do they send you DJ mixes at all?
Yep.
Or so then do you just skim through them at all, or like what's the in the process when they send you their mix? Because like, do you just put it
My
in your
process
car?
was, Simon, can you have a listen to these?
Really
Simon Defyre. I mean, he's got 20 years of, every weekend he's got so many hours of like listening to music.
Yeah. So
Like-
he just knows like
He was the expert, but over time, because I heard so many mixes and so many DJs in such a short period. So
Yeah.
we had, in 12 months, we had over 120 DJs play.
very impressive, honestly.
So plus going out on the weekends, plus that, like my ear got very fine tuned to, I could like straight away hear if something was out, or
That's it, yeah.
the keys were way off or something like that. So that's basically what you listen to. Whether you let the song breathe, whether the drops are right.
Yeah.
What's
just chop and
the
change.
process of getting into OpenDecks? Like, how does the whole process work for a DJ?
Easy peasy. So either hit up myself or hit up Simon on socials. So you can
Right.
look up Simon Defyre on Facebook or on Instagram, or myself, my privates.
We'll have some of your social links linked
Yep,
under.
on
yeah.
KDib82, and just send them through. Send them through, bang, bang, bang. and then
What do you
that's
want
it.
them to send you though?
Mix.
Specifically,
A
just a mix.
Not a 3-hour mix. Not a threat, please.
Like max
Like
30
20
minutes.
minutes. or
30 minutes is perfect, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
30 minutes is perfect. Yep, 30 minutes, a little bit of a profile, bang, done. Because then we know you're organized, especially if you send a picture as well. It's like, man, the amount of work that
Yeah, you
Simon
don't
now
really
has
need
to do
send
is
longer than 30
zero.
minutes.
30 minutes is fine. Especially for D&B, you've probably got 1,400 tracks in there.
Yeah, that's it. It's just chop
If you're a
change, chop
Perth D&B
change.
DJ. So yeah, then we went from, we were just having nights and nights and nights. But my goal, right? So circling all the way back around to my first conversation when I was sitting on my couch in Melbourne, I had this little thing in here to get Pendulum to play. I want Pendulum to play an OpenDeck.
Yeah.
That's my
Just
thing.
like everybody else.
That's my thing, right?
Yeah.
And if you know Paul would never directly ask to play. It's just not
Yeah, you'd have
what
to
he does.
actually. Yeah.
right. So I was chatting to him about something, because I chat to him like a couple of times a week, and he said, "Oh, do many people come to like OpenDeck?" And I was like, "We're on. We are 100% on here."
Yeah, here we go.
It's like, oh yeah, about 100 or 100, 150 or whatever. It's pretty chill, but it's a good vibe. It's real industry, He's like, yeah, okay. Oh, sounds interesting. I said, do you want to play? He's like, thinking
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, bang, all right, let's do it. This Wednesday, he's like, no, and he was so conscious of, I don't want to bump anyone off the list. I don't want to do any of that. I said, no. We've got it till 1 o'clock, and we only book it till 11:30. So I just extend it. He's like, okay, cool. He goes, but I'll go under an alias. I'm like, all right, cool. Send me artwork. Send me this. Phone Simon, and I'm like, Elhornet's playing. He's like, fuck off. I said, he's fucking playing. He's fucking playing. He's like, all right, cool. And there's a picture of my socials. I should have sent it to you.
Did he give you a big boost?
So
Well, I mean, it was under an alias.
he's under an alias, and their contracts are like tight.
Yeah.
Can't promo Pendulum, can't promo Elhornet, all that
That's
sort of
it.
stuff's under
Yeah.
It's
lock.
all approved and signed.
Yeah,
up
and
for
that was never going to happen. But he hadn't played in so friggin' long. Right, so this is a guy who played consistently for 20 years.
I thought he'd have gigs all the time and
You
stuff.
can't because of contracts.
Yeah, okay. But
know?
I thought even under another alias or play at a pub or a bar or something, or...
But professional artists, like it's a professional artist group. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. who's a group like the Rolling Stones, and then
it's all
Keith just wants to go and
shit.
go to a small bar. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's like different levels.
Yep.
So he hadn't played out in so long. So I think he got approved. I don't know, but mate,
But he was there though, right?
Yeah, he was there, and it sort of snuck out like it always did, and it was pretty packed, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty packed, and I said to him, just to prep myself because I know where my head was going to be at. I said, "Are you going to be showing up as a punter? Are you going to be showing up early and being in the green room, or are you going to be showing up like right at the time, just so I know what the fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I'll come in as a punter, like super early." Oh, okay, great, solid. That because I'm going to be relaxed. He's going to be there. It's going to happen. Fine.
Yeah.
He's not fucking there.
Really?
He's not fucking there. And I'm
course
just
he's
like, and my wife at the time's there, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm just like,
You're panicking.
I am
freaking
like
out.
silently panicking. Like, he's not fucking coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. He's not fucking coming. Fuck. Right? And then like 5 minutes before he set, and I'm like, where the fuck are you? He's like, I'm just walking down the thing. So he turns up, and then just walks straight in and goes straight into the green room or whatever. I'm like, good.
Okay, he's here.
He's here. And then so his set is still available live. I think it's on Simon's, and it was a moment. To get probably the biggest electronic group or artists that have come out of Australia. I can't think of one that has played Glastonbury and sold out Wembley Stadium and all that. I can't think of a bigger act.
Yeah.
To volunteer his time and to pop up for all these up and coming DJs, so I was just like fucking blown away. It was good.
Just a heads up. Make sure you're not slapping the table too hard. It goes all through the microphones.
Okay. Boom.
Get some
Yeah.
anger out. But no, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It was a
What was the
moment.
connection to him again?
I slept on his floor in Alabama.
Yeah. That's it.
That'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But he was all drum club crew, so
Sounds
was
like some
it?
Brokeback Mountain stuff.
I know, right?
Is there a little bit of a bromance going on, maybe?
No, there was it was the whole Pendulum crew. So it was Gaz and all of
Hey, that's a
what's his
good
name?
life.
Rob.
Rob's
Rob's
fine.
got
Yeah.
the main singer.
singer,
guy.
yeah.
So yeah, and me and my girlfriend at the time, Alana, we just slept in this like flea-bitten, like terrible hotel room. So that was their first tour through the US. So they played in a club probably as big as this place.
Really?
Maybe 30, 40 people.
Shit.
It sounded exactly like what drum club sounded. So I was like, no big deal, whatever. And we were over in the US for another year and a half. When we came back, Paul flicked Alana some tickets and said, "Oh, come and watch our show." So, all right, cool. So rock up to Metro City, and we had never seen a DnB thing in Metro City because we were pre that. We were like, warehouses and shit.
Yeah.
And you're thinking DnB, one of
DnB.
the biggest clubs in Perth.
Yeah,
at the
that's
time,
weird.
yeah.
Whatever. It's probably just going to sound like drum club. So we're sitting there, and then fucking like pyrotechnics are going off, and this is going off because we'd missed out in the growth. We totally missed out on how big they went.
Yep.
And I was just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Holy shit! This is like a proper band. This is like a proper fucking legit thing. And then they just got bigger and bigger from there.
Yeah. And just took off.
Just took off, man.
So how long ago was that when Elhornet played? Was that like in the middle of the year kind of thing, or was it towards the end, or was it like a couple of months ago or something? Or
It would be, I think, right in the middle of it. So I don't know, maybe. So if we started in December, maybe it was in like May or June or something like that.
and I mean, with the word spreading out, I mean that would have helped it out, helped the
It
brand.
did.
Quite,
It
quite a
really
bit,
did
right?
help legitimize what we were doing.
Yeah.
Because when someone like that comes and plays, he kind of throws his,
Yeah.
I hope,
Just does his
tick of
thing.
approval sort of
Yeah,
behind it.
Yeah.
And it was at a time where everyone had approached him to book him,
Yeah.
but he just couldn't. And then he done that for us, which
Yeah, just out of the kindness of his
I
heart,
know.
all for free and everything. That's amazing.
still massively blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he sent an invoice through, but I haven't seen it yet. I hope I never see it far out.
And
So I
so,
just want to shout out, there's a few more people that have joined in the chat. Jacob Ness Stanley, Callum McKay, Saul Bliss is here, and Brad
he's
Manuel.
coming on soon.
I was going to say, he's
Yeah.
the guy you want to get on.
Yeah.
He's got some stories, man.
He seems like a really cool guy.
He is really cool.
I think I maybe bumped into him once or
Saul
twice,
Bliss.
maybe. Yeah. Back in
Why
the
do
day.
I have memories of having him on? Maybe I'm mixing.
No, we haven't had him on yet. But he's got a Manifest coming up.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. And
50% sold out. Moving
that
up
looks
there, so
really cool.
it's going to be real good, man.
Well, there
Like-
you go, Soul Bliss. We'll probably hit you up to get you on the podcast.
Absolutely,
sometime.
and
If
Soul
you're keen to
Bliss.
do that,
Oh,
let
he's
us know.
already said yes. He's coming on soon.
Right, and shout out for giving us all free tickets. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. So, well, I was going to ask as well. So, when you go to book a lineup and stuff like that, like, how does it kind of all unfold? Because, like, you know, like Simon listens to the mixes, right? And you know they send you all your promo stuff and everything. But then, like, do you try and because since they've never really played out and about and it's kind of like, you know, open format in a way, well, a drum and bass but open format.
Yep.
Is it like, you know, the least experience at the start and the most experience at the end, or do you just jumble it up? Or
now, just a massive asterisk on this. Like, really, the person who curates it and picks them and all this is Simon, because he's got the experience.
Yep.
So I was really the guy behind, I don't know,
Right, the
a lot of
business
the
side
grunt
of it.
work, the business side of it, sort of getting all that, and he was really the talent.
yeah,
You know, and the expert in that field. But it's so every night has to follow a journey, right? So you're not getting some like hectic DnB.
at like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or
You're
something.
not doing
like
that. So it all flows.
Yeah.
So now it's moved to an open bass format.
Yeah.
The genres actually sort of progress through the night. So you might have, you know, some liquid stuff and then going into some bass house and that sort of stuff. Maybe in some tech, you know, some tech
How
house.
do you curate for that though when it's open decks? Do you
Through the mixes they send
through
through.
the mixes?
Yeah, they have to play similar to the mixes they send through.
That makes
Otherwise,
sense, though,
they're
yeah.
like, tech house DnB, you'll have one. It has happened.
You'd prefer
It has
them to like
happened.
make a mix for the set, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, or something, very similar.
So they're not going to send you like something that they made like 6 months ago or whatever.
Don't send us a liquid mix and then, you know, you play Neuro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Maelstrom.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Bryce that always plays Neuro.
Yeah.
No matter when you book him.
Really?
You could book him at like 12 at lunchtime. Neuro's coming at you. It's coming.
Also say hello to Lee Mack, Cameron Rothwell, and Alan Wolfie. They all say hi as well.
So Lee Mack, that's a good segue into Family Rave Day.
Okay.
So when I came out of quarantine, and I met up with Simon, so Simon for DnB.
Yep.
And then I met up with Lee, so a DJ named Lil Corden. So he's a guy I knew from way, way, way back through his wife, because a friend of mine went to school with his wife, whatever. But he was in New York, and he came back from quarantine as well. He had a business in New York. Not quarantine, he came back from COVID, sorry. So I said, let's meet up, because he had that going on, and he was DJing over there as well. He had a business over there, but he was on the techno circuit in New York
That
for
would
like
have been
5-6 years.
That would have been so
Right?
cool.
What the hell?
That would have been amazing.
You know? And I was like, yeah, I do music too.
yeah.
Do you DJ? Nah. How many events you done? Oh, sort of one. I'm in the industry. Such a bullshitter. So anyway, we met up and we just started chatting, and you know, he's a father, I'm a father, and we started talking about we love the music, but we were kidding each other on like, oh, we don't want to be up until 2-3 in the morning and you know, out in the club. We do. We love it.
Yeah, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
but we don't want to, normal people don't
Yeah.
want to be doing that, but we still love that music. It's quite, you know, reminiscent, all that sort of thing. Wouldn't it be awesome if there was a parents event, like for the parents, but with kids entertainment? Okay, not a kids event. Okay, it's a parents event with kids entertainment.
That sounds
You know,
pretty
and
cool.
it's playing all the
Like
friggin'
a little creche, you can put your little devil away in while
sort
you...
of, sort of. No, but no. So it's like a rave.
Yep.
With all the classics.
Reminds me of like a Pachamama. Do you know? Have you heard Pachamama?
Yep.
Shout out to Nikki.
They mainly do events specifically catered for women, but with that also comes like a lot of women, especially because they cater a lot to the older crowd. A lot of women have little children, so they have things at their events to keep the children entertained, like crafts, or they have a big inflatable pool with teddy bears in it and stuff. That the kids can like jump through.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's so. Me and Lee just had this chat and had this idea, and there's this thing with acting on ideas as soon as they come to you. Otherwise, they sort of
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Teeter
As
off.
soon as the idea comes up, just get onto it kind
so
of thing.
we were chatting about it, like, well, let's make it happen. Let's do like a like family rave day or family day rave or whatever. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, first thing is, and I said this to him, first thing we need is get a venue. Once you get a venue, then you have to make it happen. He's like, yeah, cool, done, tomorrow. Comes and picks me up. We just go driving around, go to the court. We're outside of the court and it's closed. We're like, all right, next venue, whatever. The guy's putting the bins out and he's like, oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're looking at putting an event on here or whatever. And he's like, no, come in. Grabs us both, brings it in, grabs, I'm not sure if Neil from the court or it wasn't Neil, but it was like their booking manager or whatever. And then we just pitched him Family Rave Day. And he's like, I like it.
It's a pretty cool idea.
I like it. I'll pitch it to Neil. I'm pretty sure Neil wasn't there. Anyway, so Neil heard about it, had another meeting, and it was literally just pitching the idea. He's like, yep, great, you're booked, 20th of December. We're like, great, fantastic, walk out. Mate, do you know how to put one of these on? I'm like, I got no idea. He's like, I don't know either.
Yeah,
I don't even know if there's a market for it.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, well, whatever.
Just give it a go.
Once
see what
again,
happens.
start Facebook marketing, put it out there. And within, I think we sold 100 tickets in a day or two.
Wow.
We're like,
yeah, I'm like, holy shit.
now we have to put this thing on.
Yeah.
Holy
How
shit.
long ago was this, by the way? Was this recent?
No, this was so when I just got out of quarantine as well. So I had OpenDeck and all that going on.
Oh, really?
Then
So it was
Family
fairly recent then.
So then I had Family Rave at the same thing and KissFM. So it's just like, it got busy.
Just all at once. Like,
Yeah. So we've actually had over 20 Family Raves now.
Shit.
So anyway, we sold really well. We sold about 800 tickets.
What? Holy crap.
Yeah. All right. And that's no brand, no anything. No one really knew what the event was. So shout out to Genevieve Cooper, because she's our photographer, videographer for that. And we're around Lee's apartment and we got the hookup from Brendan from Traction for this photographer. So she comes around, she's like, right, so what material have you got for us to work with? And we said, ideas.
That's it. No material. It's all up here.
The look on her face was like, oh my God. So we pitched it to her and she was like, all right, I'll figure it out. So we're pumping out this thing with no content either. So there's no content, no brand, no one's ever seen it. We didn't fucking know. And we sold 800 tickets. And we massively overcated. We had still walkers and bouncy castles and fairy floss, show
Where did you
bags,
get the capital
magicians.
for all of this?
Yeah,
You
wow.
self-funding all of this?
Yeah, so we self-funded that.
Yep.
Yeah, still walkers are really expensive.
Yeah, I'm not
Just who would've
surprised.
thought,
Yeah. And I can imagine bouncy castles as
I don't
well,
think there's
right?
many of them too, so maybe they just charge a premium because they know they can get away with it.
That's it.
So we yeah, it was
DJs get 60 an hour, still walkers get 180 an hour.
the problem was that we'd put everything on the poster because we had no idea how much everything cost. We're like, how much would a still walker cost? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, how much could
$100
How
in
much
a
would
day.
Santa Claus cost? Like, really? Like, you're wearing a suit. What, $100? Yeah, at least maybe 150.
Yeah.
No, that isn't nowhere near accurate, right? But we put all this thing out on a poster, and then we're like, all right, we better see how much they are. Oh my God. Started like sweating. But it went really well. And from that,
Can you release how much a stilt walker would actually make? If that's all right.
how much were they?
Like, literally, was it like 100 an hour or something? Or
No, more than that.
it was more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But then
More
how
than
many
that.
hours did you have them there for? Like the whole day?
Well,
or-
our event was 4 hours,
Oh, shit.
right? So it was more than 100 an hour, I'm pretty sure, because we had two. Can't
Okay.
have one.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had
I meant two. Okay. I thought you were going to say you had 4 or something as well. Oh, my God.
And
This is just the stilt walkers, by the
And this
way.
is the first event, though. Have you had them every single event? Or?
yeah, they are good. They're
They are
my
good?
favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. But it went really well. Like, it just went off. And I think Lee had connections to Fringe Festival. And he's like, hey, we're doing this thing. Like, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, bang, you got 7 Fringe shows. Like, holy shit, now we're Fringe artists. So
So it was a family fun day fringe show. Like,
yeah, so Family Rave Day Fringe show.
I
So
wonder if
wow.
like the fringe, like whoever the fringe authority is, gives out grants as well. Probably.
I think they do.
no,
No?
Well, probably not.
they
for
are the
DJs.
opposite,
They're complete
which is
opposite.
fine. No, they're a business.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I thought that'd be like funded by, the government or whatever, but no.
They might be.
Yeah.
They are funded.
They're definitely government
That's
money.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was really good, and this is why Fringe was really good for us with that, with Family Rave Days, because we got so many shows. We got like 7 shows, like sweet. So what was it? Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was like family rave, family rave, family rave. So we really got to curate what music hit and what didn't, and got to refine it because we'd done it so many times. So the borders shut back then, and they had all these empty slots. So then they're like, all right, you guys got 20 shows now. Now I'm relaxing. I'm chilling out. So me and Lee are very different, 20, right? So I'm chilling out. We still have no idea what we're doing really. I'm chilling out on Rottnest with the family. Like I'm talking beaches, sun. I'm relaxed. Okay.
Yeah.
I get a call from Lee.
Yeah.
This is our relationship. I get a call from Lee. Oh, g'day, mate. Yeah, you've got 20 shows now. Yeah, okay. And I'm like,
what?
That's it. That's it. Massive emotional reactor. That's it. No, I'm out. I'm out. And he's like, okay, I'll chat to you a little bit later.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, oh,
Let me guess. She was like, honey, this has just happened.
But it was really good. We went to, we got a show down in Bunbury where Shock 1 turned up.
Really?
So Shock 1 turned up. I'm like, are you Carl?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of old time, like big established DJs show up to family rave days because they got kids now, right? And it's like, you know, Adam Kelly plays, who's been a DJ for like 20 something years. I think he was at what was that? There's a place in Northbridge that was open forever. It has a sort of Asian name. Right near Capital. It was just down.
Tiger Lils, yeah.
So he was a DJ there. Like for the whole time, you know, from opening day all the way up to Stumps, I think. So he's one of our DJs. Max Landy was a DJ. He was a big DJ. Soul Bliss played for us at and he's playing some shows as well. So,
very nice.
Yeah, we just did a Fringe, like a 10-minute Fringe showcase in the middle of Northbridge.
Oh, was that the other day at all? And they had like the purple thing?
Yep.
Oh, no way. I saw snaps of that and I was like, what is that?
Yeah, so that's Family Rave Day, and that was Soul Bliss, like rinsing out.
We were playing Civ when I was telling you about that. I was like, something's going on in Northbridge. It's packed.
But that's been really good. So Family Rave Day it's been really good. We've got such good feedback from everyone going, oh, like I can come to an event with the music I love and
not have
a great time with my kids.
It on the Fringe World website.
Hey, there it is.
So I wanted to ask as well. So when do you go to buy a ticket and stuff like that? Like, in a way, so like when I was at the court, do people have to like provide working with children's checks and like does it get like how do you go about like the security side of it? Because if they're bringing toddlers and 8-year-olds and the whole lot there.
So we massively went overboard with security on the first event.
That's good, yeah.
Because we were thinking,
alcohol,
kids, this is going to be hectic, and everyone was scared, like, what's going to happen?
And 800 tickets sold as well.
800 tickets sold, like kids are going to get stepped on, kids are going to walk out, all this.
Yeah.
No issues.
That's amazing.
We have never had any issues, ever.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear.
We've never had to throw anyone out. We've never even had to have a chat to anyone.
Really?
Ever.
That's so good though, because then it's a good community that you're basically building there. Like
it sort of self-regulates because no one wants to look silly in front of their kids, right?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
So everyone behaves. Everyone has a great time. Like the parents get to rinse out with their kids.
Yeah, just have a dance and boogie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. It's yeah.
And
it warms my heart when people
got
come
yourself
up.
there.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's a big part of probably why your brand was so successful early on. It's because you found a niche that wasn't explored very much.
Yeah,
exactly. Compared to like how crowded DnB is. Well, like Habitat have house locked up pretty much.
Yeah,
and you've also gone to the extra extent of. I always drill on home that it's really important to not just rock up, have a dance floor and a bar. Like if you want to have an interesting event that brings people back, you have to put some effort into what I call set dressing, and that can also include like the stilt walkers that you hired, other actors, dancers,
just make it unique, yeah,
singers, pyrotechnics, confetti cannons, but also like if you have a theme, make sure that you like put some themed things around as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Instagram and Facebook photos are very important nowadays for people.
It's a big responsibility because we realize like we're creating memories.
Yeah.
Right? Whether good or bad, like we're creating memories, and it's like if someone's going somewhere with their kids, like you want to create a really long-lasting good memory, and it's good for business as well, but it just warms your heart. So the amount of you know, thank you for doing this. We had a great time and all that comes through after each and every event. It just like, I don't know, you're just smiling for about a week afterwards. You're just like...
Funny you should say that, because I've always seen the events that I put on as like you go to a gym to work your body out, and then you go to a party to work your brain out and your mind out and your social muscles and stuff. You know, at the end of the party, your body might be tired, but your brain's on fire, right?
Yeah,
like,
we're definitely tired
after an event. Yeah.
But you're buzzing. Yeah, we're buzzing. So yeah, it's that's really good. So we got fringe shows coming up now. I think the first one's sold out. First one they all normally sell out.
Congrats.
So it's no, it's good. Looking forward to it.
What's max packs for your Fringe World thing?
It's 300. It was 150 last year because of the COVID restrictions.
Yep.
It's 300 now. So 300. They're like pumping aircon in there. It's
so it's indoors as well.
Yeah. So it's in a Spiegel tent.
Spiegel tent.
Yeah. So it's in this like 120.
That's the pointy tents, right?
Year-old like Belgian.
Okay, like circus tent thing.
Yeah. So you go in there and it's like where 120 years ago they used to have, you know, circus acts and stuff like that.
This is a Spiegel tent, Alex.
There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, like one of those.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty surreal, hey. To be
Yeah,
like,
that's
we
amazing.
are throwing a rave in this 120-year-old Spiegel tent. It's pretty surreal, and it's so humbling being part of the fringe community as well. Like with all their actors, professional actors, go and see all their shows. It's
a great networking opportunity in the whole lot, and just
it is.
Just to just be a part of, as you said, be a part of that community. Just
so much culture, so much arts. There's so many skillful
gives
people.
Me very this Spiegel tent.
Spiegel tent
reminds me a lot of like Tomorrowland sort of vibes.
Yeah.
How long has Fringe been going for? You guys know at all?
I have no idea.
Because it's probably been going for quite a while, I reckon. And then, so over those 20 events that you've thrown, have they been themed at all? Have you tried to do like a Halloween party or anything like that for the family?
So we did Christmas. We did a Christmas party where we had like Santa came and was Rave on the dance. It was so weird. So great though. So we had that one. We had an Alice in Wonderland one. And the thing is, in Perth, I'm not sure if it's just a Perth thing, but if you theme it, people go, like families go all out. It's,
really? So like people just dressed up and everything?
Like to the nines, like just boom,
that
like
would
the
be
whole
so
family.
Cool, like an
it's
Alice
so
in Wonderland theme.
Yeah, no, it's really freaking cool. So Alice in Wonderland theme, we had a Halloween one, which was really super cool. So we had that in the middle of Northbridge with Northbridge Brewery Company.
Okay.
On that
like the big grassed
area
yep.
And in the pub, so we overtook the whole thing.
Yep.
Excuse me. And we actually collaborated with Habitat on that.
Okay.
So Flex and that, really good guys, and shared activations and that sort of thing. So Lee's got a long history with Habitat. He was one of the first Habitat DJs.
Your experience with like teaming up with other party promoters?
100% love it.
Yep.
So everything I've done besides my first one has been teaming up with someone. So teaming up with Lee, teaming up with the Court, teaming up with Sewing Room. It's all relationships.
Yeah.
You know, teaming up with Simon, definitely Simon. Like Simon's just absolutely taken the idea and run with it. So it's all his now. So he's running OpenBass by himself, and I'm just a guest, which I really like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing all the day-to-day groundwork though. Right?
No.
Oh, but really? You're taking a step back?
Yeah. So I took a step back. So I ran it for a year. I said, this is what I'll do. I'll run it for a year, then I'll reassess.
Yeah.
You know, and if I think they can run by themselves, then I'll step off and, you know, go do something else.
So is it just Simon, or has he got other people?
So it's just Simon. Simon works with a guy called Brad and a guy who is a DJ named Midnight and Spiral.
Okay.
So they all sort of work together, and that's when they moved from OpenDnB to OpenBass.
Yeah.
The open format, you know.
I'm all for OpenBass.
Yeah.
Well, me myself, I cut my teeth on like bass house and G house and stuff.
Oh, right,
like
yeah.
That,
so and
I'm always happy to go back to those sort of.
They're so closely related, and
yeah.
And I think, just personally, I think future sets will be multi-genre. I think multi-genre set DJs, you know, will have a bit of a.
Hopefully.
I enjoy it.
Open format's always been popular, but I think it's been sort of dominated by classics and throwbacks and sing-alongs and that
pub
kind
and
of
bar
stuff.
tunes
But
kind of thing.
that open format can work with multiple genres in the dance scene as well. So
I seen Holy Goof play at the Court, that was my event of the year. It was unbelievable. And he was jumping between. Oh, mate, it was so good.
Still haven't caught a Holy Goof set.
Oh, my God. So he, it was quite eye-opening to me when I was at Holy Goof. it's like I haven't seen anywhere else with that amount of energy, to the point that it was at the court. So Neil told him, stop. This is halfway through the set. Stop. Get on the microphone. Tell everyone, take it down about 20% or we're shutting it down.
Really?
And
that's how hectic it was.
I haven't seen that at an event for like 15, 16 years. Like, I haven't. It was heaving. And he was multi-genre from, bassline, bass house, even a little bit of tech house into DnB. It was just, he had everyone, mate.
Interested, right? And you don't know what's coming next.
That's exactly it.
Hit him on with the 1-2s.
I know. It was booked for the 21st, but yeah, got cancelled. It was at Metros. But I love that multi-genre format.
And so where are you going to take everything for the future, and like what else are you going to try and achieve and start up and everything?
Would really like to grow COVID, but like Family Rave Day.
Yep.
So
that's such a cool thing, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential as well. And when Lee and I first started, we thought, well, no one knows this market, so we're going to make a lot of mistakes. We know that. But in a year's time, we're going to know the market. We're going to know what hits, what's overspending, what isn't overspending, and all that sort of stuff. So we'd really like to sort of take that on the road and, just go everywhere. Like, I'd like to try it regional.
Well, how was the one in Bunbury? Did that work out quite well as well? Or?
Yeah, so that worked out well. We might be going back. We're just sort of working with someone to possibly run it down there, because they want us back and they put us main stage. So it was okay, but it didn't hit like 800 tickets or anything like that. It was okay, but this time round it will.
Main stage where though? Like, was it actually at a club?
Yeah, because they have Fringe down there.
Okay, yeah.
So it's, I don't know, like at a rec center or something like that.
Okay, yep.
So main stage. So
do
that'll
you
be
see
my focus.
like Family Rave Days being like a roaming sort of like traveling around, sort of like rave sort of collective?
Think of the circus.
I could see that as well. Yeah, that's it.
Like a circus. Yeah.
Yep. 100%. So
that sounds sick.
Because it's got two things. It's got like the family market is huge.
Yeah.
Like, so the family kids market is huge, but there isn't a market with adult and like for the adults, but it's family.
Yeah. For
both. So kids market is a certain size. Family market is that much bigger. Okay, so we want to sort of slot into that. There definitely is a market. Like, we've got no brand, we've got no corporate funding or anything like that, and we're selling out basically every event. So we had 2,000 people through the Miller Northbridge event. 2,000
people. That's just amazing. It's like so successful kind of thing.
Like we had Channel 7 show up. So Channel 7 showed up and everything on the news. So I think I'd really like to push that. And just focus into that and just see what we can knock that into shape and sort of just see them everywhere. Because people want to get out. Like, as a parent, I personally find, and I think most parents find, if you're going to a kids event, it's work.
Yeah,
it is work. If you've ever gone to a Wiggles or a Bluey or anything, it's work. It is. You go there, you do it, your kids are happy, which makes you happy, but you're not like, wow, that was great. You know?
It's the Wiggles though.
So if you can take them somewhere and both have a great time,
you're
ticking that box and you'll keep on going. You'll keep on going every time.
That's it. And if you're doing themed ones as well, then it just adds that extra level of excitement kind of thing.
Exactly. Because, Halloween, the whole family gets to dress up. So we'd have whole families dressed up in like the Addams Family.
Yeah,
like the Simpsons, or something that's so cool. It's something they can really share and, take the photos and plaster them all over Facebook and show all their friends and stuff. And every time we do it, everyone's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
What are some of the other events you did? Because you've done NBC, you've done the Court, and then also you did Northbridge. Like, have you taken it anywhere else? Oh, and also Bunbury Fringe. But
Bunbury Fringe and this Fringe.
Fringe, okay.
Yes, so that's all we've done. We were looking at...
Sounds really promising for an early...
I know, right?
Yeah.
We were looking at stadiums and stuff like that, but it just didn't... With COVID restrictions and that sort of stuff, when we were looking at it, we're like, honestly, we need corporate funding.
I actually think that I was listening to some sort of radio segment or something, and they're thinking about doing a national insurance fund for events more than 500 people.
Okay.
But it's not a free thing that the government's supplying. It's insurance. So you pay for the insurance through the government, and that'll back you up if there's any COVID cancellation.
Well,
Yeah,
I thought that was already in place. You had the insurance, but then you had to pay the COVID insurance on top, though.
It's not in place, no.
It isn't, okay.
I'm sure there's some private insurance companies that are insuring for that.
Yeah.
But this
might
is
be
a
that.
government funded one, so it's going to be much cheaper than getting...
Well, if you think of like the Habitat guys, if you think of like Inhibit, Jeff, and you know these guys, the amount of investment they put in to these big events that we all love going to, and you know, COVID restrictions happen and it doesn't happen right now. I don't think they're recouping that. You know, the labor they've put into it, the staff hours they've put into it, the wages, all the marketing and all that sort of stuff, and they'll probably have to pay. I don't know how it works, but they'll probably have to pay some sort of retainer and all that. Unrefundable or gone.
Well, it was quite interesting because I actually found a post from the guys at Snack quite a while ago when that got cancelled over the New Year's period and stuff like that. That apparently they lost like $880,000.
Same with Saren from Origin.
Yeah,
Same
and
thing.
apparently it's
Origins
like
had to be cancelled twice now.
that's it. And
just-
Breakfest is like the third year in a row, I think, maybe.
Yeah. So at what point do these guys just pull up stumps and say,
Yeah. And that's what's so unfortunate because these festivals.
they'd be considering it to
Yeah.
be like, you know what, I'm just going to wait because I've lost $1 million.
And see, a lot of those places as well, they take a loan out to be able to pay for the next event, and then they pay the loan off with that event, and then take another loan out. So then we're sitting on that debt, like,
And everyone's like, give me that ticket money back.
yeah,
Give it back now.
Yeah.
Which, I know, the event hasn't been run, but just have a bit of compassion.
How have
You know?
how has your experience with actually doing ticketed events in a way? Like, has it been pretty cruisy and there's been no real issues with like?
I want to say something about ticketed events
Okay.
with small promoters. Okay,
Yeah.
just pay it. Don't ask to go on the door. It doesn't make you any cooler.
Yeah.
Just pay it. I pay to every single event I go to. Okay.
Well, because that's the thing.
Every
It
single
doesn't
event.
go in their pocket.
Even
It
if
goes into the
even if
event.
they put me on the door, I pay every single time.
It's a really good
Everyone
thing,
knows
yeah.
this about me. Pay. It's like $10.
Yeah.
Even if it's $50, just pay. It means so much to the promoter. It
Yeah.
does. It means so much to the venue as well. You know,
supports local artists.
supports
That's it.
local artists, supports local promoters, supports local business.
Yeah.
It's it just
Speaking from
always
previous
pay.
experience, and I'm sure you've done this as well, but to break it down, when you're putting on an event, we soon put on an event, my events company, a big one, multi-stage event, lots of DJs, that kind of stuff going. You know, we hired a huge warehouse and stuff like that. With ticket sales at $50 each, you know, we made like $15,000, but in the end, the profit was only like $1,700 because DJs, we had to hire a portaloo, we had to hire security, we had to
Yeah,
get
I know.
venue,
It all
we had
adds
to get
up.
liability insurance
To
insure all of our
really
gear.
make big money.
Yeah.
Like you need to scale.
Yeah.
Like to the point of your Sarens and that sort of thing, but you see the risk.
Yeah. That's
The
it.
risk is so huge, and it just pay the money.
Yeah.
But there is a cool factor of, you know, being on the list and getting in and that sort of stuff. So
As a
But
event planner myself, I don't mind people going on the door, especially if they're like strapped for cash.
Exactly. Like they're a student
Or something like that. Go ahead. I'm more than happy to put you on if you can come and enjoy the night with us. Whatever, you know.
Sure, 'cause you're
An
gonna put
extra
more
body
money
is
over the
better than
bar.
Nobody at all.
Yeah.
yeah, and I get that you're going to put more money over the bar.
Yep.
But they ain't the people I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's
And
it.
look, I don't hold them against it
Profits
because
don't go,
previous
though, yeah.
previous
The
to
bar.
me, previous
straight to
to me running events, I've done it. Oh, put me on the door, put me on this, put me on that, you know, because it's got that cool factor. But when I started running events, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's actually quite annoying sometimes.
That's it. It's like the tables are turned and all that.
It's yeah. Anyway, so just that, like support local artists.
So another thing I want to ask as well, you said earlier on that you tried doing an open house night as
Yep.
well. So have you tried doing any other open genre nights?
No,
or?
so I tried open house, which it didn't really hit. That was at the court,
Okay.
which was a good lesson though. It was
Was that also on a Wednesday night as well, or?
or maybe a Thursday.
Okay.
But it was like way out of the way.
Yeah.
It was upstairs. There was no foot traffic going past. I think it could work, but you'd need it right in the middle of Northbridge in a small little bar with walk past traffic and consistency.
Yeah.
So I just got too busy because I had family rave. I had KissFM. So also KissFM, I'd moved on to DJ VZ as well. So he's running that as well. So shout out VZ. But it would work. You just need it consistently. But I just ran out of time. I thought, well, do I want to book 2 artists for? Well, I had
for KissFM.
Family Rave Day as well. 2 artists for KissFM, 7 for OpenDeck, 7 for Open House. Like, you know.
With the DJs for the family rave day as well. So how do you structure that as well? Is that and you just say keep it PG, of course, right?
Yeah, keep it PG. It's probably the hardest event to DJ.
Yeah.
To be fair,
because you
can't just throw on like a D&B DJ or a house. I'll go play house tunes or go play some deep house.
Yeah.
It's very specific in how you need to mix. Yep. What songs, because it's really about song selection.
Okay.
You know, and letting him breathe and, you know, letting him hit and that sort of thing. You can't just go out there and do a normal set because you've got people in there, you've got kids out there which will nearly dance to anything, but you need all those hits mixed with some new. I couldn't do it. Like I personally, I wouldn't take.
Strange combination, hey.
It is. It takes a lot of experience. The only people that have absolutely smashed it are the guys that have been DJing in various genres for decades.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that makes sense though. And do they ever do you ever try and get them to throw in like kids songs in between or anything like that to just try and keep the kids in today?
Baby Shark.
Yeah,
stuff I haven't heard it done yet.
Okay.
But I know it was done at Tomorrowland, and I'm waiting for someone to do it. Soul Bliss, shout out Soul Bliss.
Has anybody don't start that thrown like explicit music out? At one of these events?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you like lasso them off or give them the death stare?
Oh, I had to go up there. You know that is it 2 Live Crew song?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is that song?
What, Unlimited or whatever it is? Or?
I was thinking more like WAP.
Oh yeah, there has been some moments.
Yeah,
there has been some moments because there's a lot of Karens, man. You gotta.
Yeah. And they request stuff.
They hold their phone up like I get it. And we'll even have songs, even clean versions of songs.
Yeah, but still
can be iffy because everyone knows the words.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot more to think about than just going to a club and rinsing a set out.
Yeah.
It's really specialized.
And see, one thing I'm quite baffled about is that last year I actually did a Halloween disco at a primary school, right? Mm-hmm. And like it's just like a Thursday afternoon gig kind of thing. It was just a bit of cash kind of thing. But then with that, I was doing it for year 2s to year 7s, right? And I actually got requested by like these year 6s and year 7s and stuff, and like even some year 4s and stuff. Can you play WAP? Can you play Tekashi 6x9 and like play all this hip hop and all this garbage and stuff like that? But I didn't. Of course I didn't.
Yeah.
But like
that's what they're listening to.
You just need all the clean versions.
No, but even the clean versions, like
is there a clean version of WAP?
Yeah, there is, but it's still bad though.
It's just like this. But
it's
just a lot of like pauses.
But it's still just like this new generation growing up in hip hop, in my opinion. It's kind of like when you have people like Tekashi, who's like multicolored, covered in tattoos, it's giving the wrong impression. But it's just how it is almost.
I mean, that's the culture, but it's very Americanized.
That's it.
Rap hip hop culture.
I mean, my son randomly listens to like Nirvana.
See, that's awesome
like,
though.
You're cooler than me. Like, what the hell? I don't even know where that came from because we don't really play it in the house.
Oh, it's just timeless music like Queen, Nirvana, Metallica,
David Bowie and stuff. Yeah,
everybody can get around that stuff.
100%.
Beatles,
all that stuff. But it's been interesting. So it's going to be a really interesting year with well, the borders are opening the 5th.
Yeah,
supposedly.
I would.
Do you think that's going to impact your like the
100%.
events and stuff?
100%.
Yeah. It's going to impact everybody.
100%. If I was a promoter, and I'd be very very cautious.
Yeah,
and they are. I mean, how can you not be? You see what happens with the established huge events like proven track records, government sanctioned like allotments for all the stuff, support done, and then it just went, yep, no, you're off, and you've just lost $1 million.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's it. And then they do their little grant things, but it's like, here, have $60,000. Sorry, you lost $1 million. Like,
and then you see the Hillsong stuff kick off, and it's just an absolute slap in the face.
Mm.
That's why I know how I'd be feeling if I was those.
I have a feeling that I think that when the borders open and if restrictions actually happen, I have a feeling that like raves and like you know, like warehouse raves and like bush parties and stuff like that are going to start surging again.
Yeah, they will.
But then it's the transmission and all the other stuff that goes along with it. It's going to be
interesting. It's quite scary. I feel.
Yeah, we're living in a very interesting time.
I've got so many friends, you know, that are DJs, and I don't know. I guess they're just coming to a realization, like when push comes to shove, governments, like it's really, they just swipe it off the table straight away.
That's it.
It's quite heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Just take this moment to shout out Simon Defyre and Benjamin Gardner, and also hello to
Defyre?
Yeah, it's Defyre.
Defyre.
Not
Defyre. Oh,
Okay,
the French version.
I'm a little dyslexic. Whatever.
And shout out to Benny G.
And ST Wax is in the Twitch chat. So hello to all those guys. Let us know if you have any questions. I'll pass it on to the lads.
Oh, good. Yeah, definitely get Simon on. He's got some stories.
Simon, you hear that? Like,
So-
I saw you at Sub Error's gig, and I was like, "Hi, like,
Just
you should
his-
come on."
Yeah, his variety of knowledge and the journey he's took, like he goes all the way, like all that way from that, you know, real first SBX. Ugh. If I'm saying it right, I don't know what the hip hop crew's called.
Comment, Simon. Help him out.
Yeah, I know. Right? It is. He knows everyone from everything underground.
But that's the beautiful thing about Perth as well, because we're so small, but at the same time, it's like all you have to do is just be in the scene for a couple of years, and then eventually you just start networking and meeting people,
man.
And everyone's lovely in the scene as it is. Like, it's very rare. Like, there are people that have egos and have problems and this and that, but most of the time, that's what happens with
Don't
late.
take it personally.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Whatever.
But that's what happens with late nights and drinking alcohol and you know,
right.
just getting hungover and you know the whole lot with it. But
Definitely gonna
you
happen.
know, but Perth is just such the nightlife is amazing. You were telling us as well earlier before we started how it's like comparing Melbourne to Perth, and it's like different in a way.
Yeah, totally different. So what I found in my exposure to, DJing in Perth, like the quality level, the skill level is insane.
Yeah,
It's nearly too high. Like it's overboard.
it's so good to hear.
It is. Seriously, it's
Is this
Perth number
compared to
one.
Melbourne?
yeah. Compared to my exposure in Melbourne,
exposure,
it's just because they do it so much. It's so competitive, and it's been so consistent for so long.
Yeah,
Okay, that's why.
It's like a bubble.
It is. It is this bubble, and it's competitive. You know, massively competitive. So if you're going to spend more hours behind the deck, you're going to, you know, have more skill. So I do, like when the borders and stuff open, like I'm a massive advocate for, you know, especially DnB DJs from Perth, get on a plane, make some connections, get over there, you know, play in Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, like jump on a plane.
yeah, give
Just
it a go.
You know, hit them up on Instagram and just sort of get out there. Because, well, number one, you're networking. Number two, you get to see your skills against, you know, what's out there as well.
That's it, yeah.
And get that exposure and go from there.
And even if that, just like, you know, go over there and try and create an event over there and just like try and, you know,
Well, they
recruit others as well to be able to make the scene bigger.
and you'll hear their sounds as well. So a lot of people say that a lot of DJs here like sound similar because it is so enclosed.
Yeah.
You know, so getting out there as well, you can grab an idea from Melbourne or an idea from Adelaide or an idea from, I don't know, Sydney or whatever.
That's it, yeah.
You know, and rinse that in. It's
And see, like from my experience as well, being like an open format DJ that plays at pubs, bars, and you know the occasional nightclub and stuff like that. With the open format, most of the DJs are playing the same 200 songs in a way. You know, when a new song hits up on the radio, then it's like everyone's playing that. Or when that ABBA remix came out, you go to any bar and you'd hear that bloody song kind of thing.
I think if, say yourself, if you went to the big clubs in Melbourne,
It'd be different, yeah.
and heard what the crowds absolutely go off to, it's totally different.
That's it, yeah.
Totally different, you know. So it would, definitely that exposure, but it's a bit pointless talking about it right now. But in the future, it's when I first landed and I seen it was Brad Midnight, DJ Midnight play, and I was just like, I was so, how do I say it, intimidated. I was just so intimidated. I'm pretty sure it was at High Life.
Okay.
And Sam from Extended Play invited me down, and I sat there and just watched and thought, oh shit. It's not like I'm trying to be a DJ, but I was like, as a promoter, I was like, oh my god,
the skill level.
I'm intimidated.
But that's so good though, because it's not so much competing with each other, but it's just everyone wants to be good at what they're doing.
100%,
and we're just
man.
smaller.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Because I mean, we can actually technically, I think we can now, but we used more. You know, you can kind of count the amount of like clubs and bars like the popular bars on that, in your hands kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because
So heads up, we've got about 5 minutes left, Alex.
yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Hit me up. Last questions.
Last questions. Any last questions, Mitch? We've covered so much this episode, honestly.
Oh, we've had a good little yarn.
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you guys some questions.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Flick us some.
Why'd you start this podcast?
Why did we start this podcast, Mitch?
To meet chicks.
It's been so long now. I can't remember. No, it's obvious for me is meeting people in the industry. It's a good excuse to have a sit down with somebody, learn about their story, and make those connections.
And for me as well, it's kind of like what I said to you earlier. Like I used to go to Capital Nightclub for 4 years every single Saturday, and every time like someone from England or America would come over, I'd chat to them and be like, "You want a beer? Do you want some vodka? You want me to show you where the club is? Like, or do you want me to show you where the toilets are? Or like, let's all hang out kind of thing." Because they just get off the plane and be like, "I don't know anyone," so just try and make sure they feel comfortable in a way. And so what ended up happening was, that changed and became Magnet House. And then after it became Magnet House, like my brother, he was in a band and they were joking about starting a podcast. And and my brother also got me into Joe Rogan. And so when I started watching Joe Rogan, before he kind of, went off the rails a little bit and stuff like that, I was kind of like, well, Benjamin,
Shout out to ivermectin.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or Steve Wemmer.
But I was kind of like, Benjamin, like, if you want to start a podcast, I know how to get all the equipment and set it all up. Let's do it kind of thing. Man. And he didn't want to do it. So I thought, stuff it. I'm going to pimp out the garage.
All right. Who is your in WA based? Who's your ultimate guest?
Ultimate guest.
Like, who is your...
Who do you want to get?
Oh, what, to get on, do you mean?
Yeah, to get on.
To me, it would be Slumberjack.
Slumberjack?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know them? Do you know people who know them? Do you have any connections to them?
I know
people who know them.
Yeah. I've met them
but the
once.
connection is very loose,
Yeah.
So this plays into what I was talking about after off air.
Right.
Have you tried to get them on?
No, I don't think we have.
So you've got zero no's. You got to collect the no's.
I've tried Echo and Sidetrack.
Yeah.
And I tried Terrence and Phillip, but I think they're in locked contracts and stuff like that. So it was a bit kind of.
No, you're right. But there are a lot of local, like what would I call like B grade famous people that we can get onto the podcast as well, and it works well for us. Whereas I feel like if we approach.
Actually, no, I know.
Slumberjack now, it's kind of, they just probably would just ignore us.
I know my number one guest to get on, actually. I was talking about this last year.
Mark McGowan.
So, Sacha Baron Cohen lives in Perth.
Yeah, he does.
He does. And we had some friends that came on from the Comedy Lounge.
Okay.
And they told us how, I mean, I probably shouldn't release this, but, they're probably not watching, so.
Comedy, like doing an episode on comedy would be a good.
That's what I mean, right?
Because that comes under nightlife.
Exactly.
Comedy clubs and stuff
and
like
the entertainment and the whole lot.
Yeah.
But with Sacha Baron Cohen living in Perth, right, last year he did 2 shows as Borat and also as Bruno, right?
Yeah, right.
Down at the Comedy Lounge. And so when I got told that, I was like, okay, tell me when he's going there next, because I want him on my podcast, because it would be so interesting to talk about, like, how he became Ali G, and then he went from Ali G and being some basically the fat pizza of England kind of thing,
yeah.
and then migrating and just changing it all up, going to America, doing all these films. But
so how did you exactly get Isla Fisher?
yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you could leave us some of your luck on the way out, that'd be great.
Please, fingers crossed. Give us a monkey paw or something.
All right, we should probably wrap this up. Do you want to do the final? Tell us who you are, where people can find you, and what you've got coming up.
Yep.
Sure. So Kieran, founder of OpenDeck, founder of Family Rave Day. So Family Rave Day at Fringe. They are selling. We got 6 shows.
Go online.
Come down.
We'll provide a link after the episode under the video.
Yep.
Click on. Simon's working on some stuff coming up through OpenBass. Connect with him, probably through Facebook, through his private. So Simon Fable. What else do we have going on? I think that's about it right now. That's about it.
Keep on trucking though. Keep on doing what you're doing.
That's it.
It's so awesome.
If anyone wants any advice or anything like that, if they do want to run promotions or anything like that, any ideas, hit me up.
And if you're a veteran DJ and you want to record a mix and maybe get yourself in front of a crowd, then
that's it.
But
send me a message.
Honestly, to be honest, right, completely honest, you're very inspirational, because you don't have a business background, or you don't have this or you don't have that. You just dove headfirst into an industry you didn't really know much about, and look how far you've come.
Just my only advice, and people are going to go, "What the hell?" is just don't think about it.
Just do it, yeah.
Like honestly, don't think about it.
Yeah,
if it has an idea, just do it.
Yeah. Just like the Nike logo.
Hey, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Benjamin
Who cares?
Gardner wants to be booked, so just expect a PM from Benjamin Gardner.
All right, see you on Friday, Ben.
Yeah. Also, hello, Cameron Rothwell again, Alistair Horsefall, Jimmy Alsop, Richard Turville.
Oh, shout out Richard Turville. All right, I told him I'd give him a shout out.
Point to
Rich
the camera.
Yeah. Shout out Rich Turville.
Yeah, shout out.
So he plays a lot of Pulse, like that the all ages gigs.
Yeah.
And I think they got one coming up at the Aberdeen, which will be sick if you are into that. Not all ages, underage.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, a question from ST Wox. What are your guys' opinion on jazz?
I love jazz.
I don't know enough.
I love jazz.
I feel like
love
I don't know enough
electronic
either, but I
jazz.
do like a bit of jazz.
Like,
I don't know enough.
I've never been to the Ellington before, and I've always wanted to go down to the Ellington, but I'm always working kind of thing. But jazz, and also jazz and bass, just works so well. So well. Like,
I'll have to check it out.
honestly. And there's the new Volstead Lounge that's just opened up, which is the old Laneway. I think it was called Laneway. But I'm pretty sure they've still got the grand piano in there, and I'm pretty sure they do jazz nights. So check that out.
Sounds a vibe.
It's owned by the same guys that ran Convenience in Northbridge.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, that's our opinion on jazz.
Sign us off, Alex.
All right. Well, cheers so much for coming on.
No worries, mate. Thanks for having me.
This has been awesome. This has been really good.
Cool.
And like, in a year or two, come back on. Like
Let's do
100%. We'll just talk about like what's happened since.
All right, update.
Do a few more thousand through the door next time.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So this is episode 109, and we will see you next week Tuesday with a new guest. I've booked someone, but I can't remember who. So I'll hit him up though.
Shout out someone who.
Yeah, that's it. All right. We'll see you guys next week.